My name is Erickson Annalus, and today we're going to talk about authentication in a peer-to-peer network. Okay, in a peer-to-peer network, there are two main controls in a peer-to-peer network, which are access and authentication. But out of these two, the main important one is authentication, which you use the most. And there's two types of authentications. There's identity authentication and content authentication. But also, out of these two, identity is used the most in the authentication system for the peer-to-peer network. Now, in identity authentication, there's something used, a public key cryptology. For the public key cryptology, that's what's most used in the peer-to-peer network system as security to protect the peers. Peers are usually your users, like depending on where you're at. Let's say you're at a school, students, professors, the president of the school, or like at a job, your boss, coworkers, the janitor, people like that. But in cryptology, in public key cryptology, is very important because that's what you use most. That's the most important thing in the network system, peer to peer. Now, the big reason security is so big in peer to peer because you can have malicious users or malicious peers, as we call it. These peers are usually people that are not supposed to be in the network, or people that's trying to mess with the network, trying to hack into your system, or try to send out malicious software. But basically people that's up to no good in your network. And then a public key is to make sure these people stay out of your network. And there's three different groups in the network system. There's a trusted group, your untrusted group, and the group of people that's kicked out of your system. The trusted group are usually people that have the public key, that have access to this public key, are usually people that's supposed to be in the system or in the business, as you may say. The untrusted group of people are the people that have failed a couple of times, that have tried to get into the system with a public key but have failed. And then there's a group of people that have been kicked out of the system. These people here are just people that have tried to get into the system multiple times and have failed. But the only bad thing about using a public key in the peer-to-peer system is that sometimes a malicious peer may have the public key to get in, which is bad. Or sometimes the system might accidentally let them get in by mistake. And at the time, the administrator has to fix that problem. Sometimes it'll become a problem for the administrator because in the network it can be large, usually in a large scale network. The larger the network, the harder it is for the administrator to keep up with these peers. And that's the only fault with a peer-to-peer network. But at the end of the day, the only thing that keeps your network safe is peer honesty. The peers that is in your network keep honest. If they can't get in, they can't get in, they stop trying to get in. Don't try to use a public key from another peer that's supposed to be in the network. But this is pure honesty is the only thing that'll stop malicious peers from getting to your network.